Hi, I'm Jay, EscobarJ.com. This video is Healthy Habits 2020, habit number 16, 17 actually. I've done 16 healthy habits for 2020 so far. And if you want to check those first 16 out, they're really, really good. And they will really help you in your life, especially this year and coming the new year. And if you want to check those out, check the description below. But today we are going to talk about waking up early. And I have a little system, a little routine that if you adopt this routine, you will see some powerful results. And the first part of this is obviously going to bed. So we're going to talk about that first and make sure that when you are going to bed, you're not just meandering and just going to bed when you feel tired, or you're going to bed like when you want to. And a lot of people do this. I did this for like a couple decades of my life. And until I started getting disciplined with my sleep and actually taking it seriously and scheduling my sleep, um, I found that I was much more productive when I did that, instead of just, because I used to be a huge gamer and I used to stay up till wee hours of the morning and then just sleep when I got super tired. I'd sleep until 1, 2, sometimes even 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening, and then wake up and game again, and then till wee hours of the morning and do it all over again. And just, it really messes up your circadian rhythms, and it really messes up just your sleeping cycles and your sleeping rhythm. And it really just messes up the synchronicity of your body in general when you're constantly doing that. And so what I started doing is, and what I recommend for you, is to set a time to be in bed at every night and be in bed by that time, no questions asked. And that means actually laying down in your bed, closing your eyes, lights off, like no devices, like no distractions. Like your purpose is to sleep, go to sleep. What I found is, like, if I start watching TV or look at my phone, the blue light from those screens can actually mess up and keep you awake longer. So by just actually focusing on the act of going to sleep, um, is really the discipline in this practice. And what I also started doing is I gave myself 30-minute buffer to wind up for bed, so to speak. So I gave myself 30 minutes to like brush my teeth, you know, get ready for bed, like just kind of wind down, relax a little bit. I would meditate and pray. I do meditate and pray before I go to bed every night. And then that way you are in bed, or you are planning to be in bed right at the designated time that you set. And I would even argue that you want to actually physically be in bed ready to start sleeping maybe 5 or 10 minutes before the actual time that you want to go to bed. So maybe 35 to 40 minutes before you want to go to bed, the time that you set, start getting ready for bed, like brush your teeth, put your pajamas on if you wear pajamas. I personally don't wear pajamas because I get hot at night. And do the things you do. I meditate and pray, whatever you need to do, whatever your routine is to start going to bed. And what this will do is, first off, it'll get you in a better rhythm and a better consistency into actually going to bed. But second, you will actually give yourself a little bit of that buffer time, 5-10 minutes, to actually fall asleep. So you actually start sleeping at the hour that you set. And that way you're getting the full rest that you need. And then from there, give yourself at least 7 hours of sleep to be optimally rested for the next day. And at least 7 hours, if not 7 or 8 hours. And if you have a hard time falling asleep, you can use the Calm app and listen to some white noises like birds, forest, stream, rain, etc. That's what I do when I have a hard time sleeping. It just helps me get right to bed. And then the last thing is, if you want to take your life to a new level, I highly recommend you going to bed by latest 9 o'clock. Why? Because if you give yourself 7 hours, that's 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. if you want 8 hours of sleep. And if you start waking up and using this regimen, this routine, and start waking up at 4 or 5 a.m., you will be amazed at how productive you will be, how much you can get accomplished before noon every day. And you feel like you'll control your day, you'll control your time more, you'll actually feel like you have more time to do things, you have more energy, you feel more accomplished. And most people, business starts around, obviously it starts at 9, but it usually picks up around 10, 11. So like you could easily get bogged down with tasks, you know, medial tasks that may or may not be the best thing for you to be doing if you're focusing on your business or focusing on personal growth or whatever it is you're focusing on. And so by, you know, getting up and at them really early, you know, they say that early bird gets the worm for a reason. And if you can get proper sleep and start waking up at 4 or 5 a.m. and you get a lot of the things that you actually want to get done, like your long-term goals, you know, the tasks that you need to do that aren't necessarily urgent at the moment, but you need to do on a daily basis because they're the most the highest importance, you need to be focusing on those tasks. And if you don't give yourself the time to do those tasks, it can be very easy to get caught up in the daily routine of, you know, the checklist, right? I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do it, right? You can get really caught up in that, especially if you're kind of waking up late or even, you know, 9 o'clock, waking up at like 8 or 9 o'clock, you can, you know, you still, you know, 1 o'clock rolls around and you're like, man, I still got to do all this stuff, right? Whereas if you wake up at 4 or 5, you'll be much more productive. So try this, do it for 90 days, see how you like it, see how you feel. I promise you'll be a lot more productive. You'll feel a lot better in life. And it really works. It really does. It is a little hard at first, but once you do it, once you get the hang of it, it will become like second nature. And then literally that's the cool thing about using this plan is the more consistent hours that you get of sleep, the more your body will acclimate to that time that you're sleeping and the more rested you will feel when you're actually sleeping. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. You can visit my website at escobarj.com. It's the fastest way to get a hold of me. You can book a coaching session if you need help with this. Also, if you'd like to make a donation, you can donate any amount of money that you feel is equal to the value of the information in this video or any of my other videos. And do me a favor, and at the very least, share this on any social media platform with your friends and family so that they can see this and they can get the benefits of this too. Other than that, I hope you're always learning, always growing, and always pushing forward. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.